Hey, buddy.
Who, me?
Yeah, you want to buy an IELTS certificate?
What, did you make it on, like, Photoshop or something?
Nah, man, it's legit. $1,000.
But I think, don't they have, like, some kind of central database where they can check to see if your score is real?
No. Don't worry, I'm connected to the exam board.
No, but you're just some random guy in a Facebook group. How would you have that kind of connection?
Nah, it's legit.
But I think...
It's legit.
But...
It's legit.
Hey, welcome to Practical English. The IELTS exam is one of the biggest English language exams in the world. And there's also, I guess, a lot of money involved in tutoring and prepping people for the exam because the stakes are really, really high. It's an exam that means you either can or can't get into university or can or can't get a visa. And unfortunately, that means a lot of people see this exam and the dollar signs turn on in their eyes. And even more unfortunately, that means that there are a lot of IELTS scams out there. In this video, we're going to look at 5 common IELTS scams. Hopefully, knowing about these will mean you can avoid them and you can learn safely and effectively and save a lot of time and money in the long run. If you've seen any of these scams, or if there's any scams I haven't included in this video, I'd love it if you could write them down in a comment down below and tell me what they are, and it will help other people keep an eye out for them too. So the first one of these is something I saw a lot this week when I've been looking at Facebook groups for IELTS. And this is people selling fake certificates for the IELTS exam. And if you go into some of these groups, you'll see lots and lots of posts that look like this one. Now, I'm sure these guys are very good at Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever it is they use, and they can make an IELTS certificate that looks very real. The problem with that really is that when you apply for a visa or you apply for a university, they're not going to care that much about your certificate. If you are an organization or a country that's looking at someone's IELTS scores, you can always contact the British Council and ask to see if that exam score is real or not. So while someone might be able to make you a very pretty looking certificate, if you use that to apply for a visa, they're just going to phone up the British Council, or they'll check with the British Council online, and they'll be able to see that's not real very, very quickly. Actually, in this situation, the best option for you is that you'll just pay them lots of money and they'll never talk to you again. The worst situation is that you'll apply for a visa with a fake certificate, and then you'll just get blacklisted after using that certificate because they're going to know it's fake and they're going to think, oh, we'll never want to invite this person into our country. They are not interested in doing things the right way. And the same with universities, right? Universities don't want to invite cheats in them. So they will probably put your name down on a list and you'll never be able to get into the university of your dreams. The second scam I want to talk about is this idea of a Band 9 word list. Now, this is something I've spoken about on this channel before, and you can check out that video up here. But basically the problem with these is they're a little bit of a distraction. Getting a high score in the IELTS isn't about using certain words. It's about using words in the correct way and using words that go well together. And actually a lot of really high scoring essays don't use really fancy, out there or rare words. They use pretty common words, but they just put them together in a way that's very natural and fluent sounding. So if you see people selling Band 9 word lists or advertising with Band 9 word lists, I would be really, really wary of that. Now, some of the words might be good or might be useful, but the idea that you can just learn certain words and get a Band 9 is 100% not true. And so if someone's selling that, that's a bit of a scam and I'd want to stay away from that. Okay, so the third IELTS scam you need to watch out for is anyone who's trying to sell you the idea that you can get a Band 7, a Band 8 or a Band 9 in a very short period of time. Now, there are some people, and I think maybe people with a Band 8.5 might be that close that they're able to get to a Band 9 in a short bit of time. But generally people who are making these kind of adverts or videos on YouTube, we're saying how to get a Band 9 in 2 weeks or how to get a Band 7 in 2 weeks. And that's just not really true for most people. The IELTS is not an easy test and English is not an easy language to learn. And so I think if you see anyone who's promising you it's going to be really, really easy to learn something. Now, someone might tell you, oh, here's an easy technique that you can use to help you. That's probably very legit. But if someone is telling you, oh, you can get this band in this much time and it's going to be very, very easy, like I said, they're probably overselling or over-promising something they can't really deliver for you. And once again, I'd be really, really wary of that. And I'd consider that a little bit of a scam. Okay, so everything we've looked at so far, you might find in a Facebook group or on YouTube. This next one comes a little bit later. So imagine this. You found someone whose videos you really like on YouTube, you sign up for their mailing list, and then you start getting these emails saying, oh, we have a class starting soon, but it's only open for the next 2 days and you absolutely must sign up now. And they'll email you again saying, our course closes tomorrow. You absolutely have to sign up now or you'll never get this opportunity again. And this is actually a sales tactic and it's not true. And actually you'll often find with these people that if you don't sign up, after a week, they're going to be telling you, oh, we have another course that's starting in 2 days and you absolutely must sign up for that course right now. And it's kind of an ongoing thing where they're constantly having these courses that you have to sign up for straight away. And I think the point of this is to maybe put a bit of pressure on you to buy, to not shop around, to not look for the best kind of deal that you can get and find something that's really affordable. And this is something you're going to see, especially with more high cost courses. And I think it's a little bit of a scam because they're putting pressure on you and making you feel like you have to buy something and they're not giving you the time to consider if you want to buy something or not. So I would also be really wary about anyone who's telling me, oh, you must sign up in the next 2 days. The course is closing right now. And my first question will be, well, why is the course closing? Don't you have teachers all the time? Don't you have courses all the time? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So be really, really careful around those ones as well. Now, the final type of IELTS scam is teachers who pretend they know what they're talking about, but who don't really know what they're talking about. Now, some of the things we've seen earlier in this video maybe is a sign that someone doesn't know what they're talking about, especially if they're promising you something like a band 9 in 2 weeks. They probably either know what they're talking about and they're pretending, or they just don't know what they're talking about. But something to really pay attention to is just how good is this person's English? And I don't mean is this person a native speaker or not, because there's actually also a fair few native speakers online who don't have amazing English skills. What I mean is just have a look at their academic writing or have a look at their IELTS writing and see how high quality is this. And sometimes you'll see these online and they'll actually be like a really bad essay and they'll say, here is my band 9 sample, learn to write like me. And you can see the spelling mistakes and the grammar mistakes quite obviously. Now, you don't need to have perfect grammar or need to be a perfect English speaker to teach the IELTS, but I do think you need to have a certain level. So when you're looking for an IELTS tutor, do pay attention to what their English level is like. And don't always go for a native speaker or only look for native speakers. Lots of native speakers have terrible grammar, terrible spelling, but do pay attention to that kind of thing from anyone, because if they're not able to write at a certain level, they're not going to be able to teach you how to write at that level either. So it's something you really want to watch out for. So we've had a look at what I think are 5 common IELTS scams, but now I'd really love to hear what you think is a common IELTS scam. So if you can leave a comment down below and tell me what you've seen out there on the internet, I'd love to see what people have seen out there and what other scams there are. And it'll be a really useful thing for other people to check out and they can find out what scams are out there. If you like this video and you want to find out more about the IELTS and you want to get more high quality, scam-free IELTS tutoring, you can subscribe to this channel and you can also have a look at some of our other videos which should be floating somewhere around my head right now. See you soon.